up, guys? How y'all been, man? This is the Gin Podcast. This is In Other News series, episode 6, I believe. Man, I lost track, even though I've done 6, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done this, and honestly, there hasn't been too much shit going around to for me to talk about. So basically, why I haven't made a video. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe. I think it's gonna be 3 weeks when I upload this one. So that's a long time because oh shit, my mic. That's a long time because they not they, but I last time I uploaded a video, I think it was the first week of June. I mean the last week of June, first week of July. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. But um appreciate you rocking with me if you're listening right now or if you're watching on YouTube. But let's get into it. Two topics today. Two topics. We got Patrick Mahomes and the Twitter crypto scam. So, Patrick Mahomes, what a fucking beast. What a fucking beast. What a fucking beast. I'm gonna say that till I don't know, till he fucking retires. Cause this man is a legend, I believe, already. He has I think he's like 24 years old, about to be 25 sometime soon. I don't know his fucking birthday, but he recently got a deal that was 500 million. And I'll give you some context of what was happening on the day. I think this was 2 days ago, so July 15th, 20. No, no, I'm totally lying. That was a crypto scam. All right, rewind. That was July 6th. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but some first week of July, news came out that Patrick Mahomes was gonna get a fucking awesome deal. So I was like, all right, bet. Rumors were having it that he was going to get it like a very, very long term and it was going to be somewhere around 300 to 400 million. This was talked about like when the Super Bowl ended. So I had known about it, but I didn't think it was going to be this big. So tweets started coming out, signed a deal. And I think at first it was 10 years, um, 400 plus. And I was like, okay, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. And they started, I think about an hour later, they said it was up to 503 million. And I was just in awe. I was shocked just because just because it was the richest contract in history. I think Mike Trout right now, well, before Patrick Mahomes, Mike Trout of the Angels, baseball Angels, yeah, whatever. Anyways, he holds it for I think it was 12 years, 425, 426 mil, and that was huge. That was very, very huge. I'll go into more depth about Mike Trout in a little bit, but he, yeah, Patrick Mahomes definitely deserves it. I think he deserves it all the way. He just came off of MVP season. I know Lamar Jackson won the MVP, but I'm sure Patrick Mahomes was a runner up, and he just won the Super Bowl. He got the MVP of that. I think they're down 10 against the 49ers this past year, and he fucking rallied up and yeah, got the fucking win. I think he's one of the people that we see um that we don't get to see very often. He's done some things in the league that we've never seen before, honestly. Lamar Jackson is up there too, but right now we're talking about Patrick Mahomes. And yeah, it's a crazy thing to see, and I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. I'm a big Chiefs fan when it comes to Patrick Mahomes. But let's get into it. I think he has so it's 10 years. So right now he has 2 more years on his rookie contract. So they basically locked him in for 12 years total. I think they got him until 2031. And then he was those the max contract was 503. The actual like that was plus incentives, and I'll get into what incentives they are. But I think for the 10 years, the extended contract, he is 477, 477 million. And that's a lot. But when I was at first, because when you think about these numbers, you think it's like, oh, it's guaranteed. Like he's dishing out a fucking direct, or the NFL team or whatever is dishing out some fucking direct deposit every single month, whenever they get paid. But honestly, it's not like that. I went and dug a little deep into it, and there most of his money is going to come from his base salary and his roster bonuses. So it's surprisingly his base salary is a lot lower than his roster bonuses. So a roster bonus is just for him being on the roster and not quitting the team or whatever. Like for him just being there, that's what it is. And it's um it's crazy because when you get into like other sports, like Mike Trout, and his deal is fully guaranteed, so he doesn't have to show up to any. Well, not that I know of. I think he just shows up, and like there's no extra incentives because I know with Patrick Mahomes, you got roster bonuses, you got the workout bonuses too as well. There's other little things in the contract that he has to do in order to get those bonuses to reach up to 500 million or 503 mil to be exact. But it it also came with a no trade clause. So no trade clause is basically if the Chiefs decide to trade Patrick Mahomes, he can actually veto that. He can basically just say, "Hey, I don't want to be traded to this. I don't want to be traded to this team," and then the NFL will actually review it. And what else? What else? 140 million guaranteed for injuries. So if he gets any injuries during that time, he can. That's the amount of money he will get. 140 mil, which is still a lot. I mean, for 10 years, I mean, it is what it is. You get injured. So, man, I know there is talk around the 140 mil for 10 years. And it's crazy because there's athletes saying that once they got injured, that should just cut right off. Like the contracts they signed, there was no money guaranteed if they got injured. So to see that in his contract, I mean, it's all right. He's still got some money coming in. And then um, one of the biggest incentives that he had was 1.25 mil for the next 10 years if he actually won the AFC championship or the NFL MVP. Yeah, NFL MVP. So the NFL MVP of the season. So, and that's not total. That's 1.25 mil for the AFC championship game if they win it, and he's the quarterback, and then the NFL MVP another 1.2 million. So 2.5 mil for those two things throughout the 10 years is definitely. I mean, that shit. It's crazy. It definitely is crazy to see Patrick Mahomes get this shit at such a young age. Such a young age. It's crazy. I'm fucking older than him. Put it to you like that. It's it's definitely crazy. But going back to Mike Trout, like I said, it's fully guaranteed. Um, and not a lot of sports have that guaranteed money. And what's crazy is that I think Adam Schefter, he said that the fucking contract was like 113 pages. That's a lot. And I'm sure there's a shitload of just like um, conditions and clauses and shit Patrick Mahomes has to do. So I mean, that's that. Like I said, he deserves every fucking penny. I'll be rooting for him this season because um, yeah, he's a fucking good player. I mean, what can you say? Let me check my notes real quick because some of this shit I forget. To be honest with you, if you're watching right now on YouTube and you're still looking, hit that like button for me. I'll really, really appreciate it. But um, let's get into the next one. I don't think I got anything more to say than that. But let's see. All right. So this was July 15th. So the Twitter crypto scam. This I'll give you context as far as what happened that day. So I got a notification, or I'm in this Discord group where someone sent a notification or an actual picture of Jeff Bezos asking for money, and then in return he's gonna double it, and specifically in Bitcoin. I'll get into that in a little bit, what Bitcoin is, because I know some people don't actually know what it is. But yeah, send a tweet, Jeff Bezos, and he said, I'm feeling generous today. If you send me uh, some Bitcoin, I'm going to send it back to you, double that. Send it here to this address. It was a verified account. So I'm like, Yeah, this guy is there's something this is something not right. Turns out some people had hacked Twitter's API and got into the administrative tools, which led to getting people's email addresses, where they can alter those email addresses, and then once they have it altered, they put an email address they can get into. They send the um, password reset to that email address that they can get into, and then from there reset the password, log in, send out the tweet, put whatever they want, and then boom, money's money. But well, not necessarily because it's cryptocurrency, but um, what cryptocurrency is basically just a form of digital money to buy certain things or to buy assets or anything like that. But specifically, Bitcoin has been around for about 10. I think it was created in 2009. And again, it's just a form of currency that's used online. So, what's crazy too, a little side tangent, is that I've seen Bitcoin ATMs. I'm not too sure how they work, but I've seen a fucking picture somewhere in the United States where they have an ATM, which, like I said, I need to look into that because I have no idea what they it's digital, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's a ATM for? Maybe you can withdraw money. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. But let me check my notes because I fucking forget some shit. I'm gonna tell you. So what's crazy too is there was somebody on Twitter that I follow, and he retweeted another tweet, and this guy said, "Hey, such and such hackers, you can watch this live, see how much money they're getting." Check this out. So once you went to this specific IP address, you can actually see them receiving money as far as bitcoins and US dollars. Just keep going up. Like, so whoever was sending them money, you can see it. Boom, boom, boom. Just keep going up and up and up. And shortly after, I think maybe it was the same day, maybe it was the day after, you can see them withdrawing the money from the actual account that it was being sent to. So the way Bitcoin works is, like I said, it's just a digital currency. So once you send it to that specific address that you're sending it to, I mean, at that point in time, it is what it is. You lost your shit. Um, and then after that, the hackers just send it to another fucking IP address where they can maybe sell it or maybe withdraw money or not withdraw money, but like just do whatever they had to do with it. So it was pretty crazy to watch it live and watch it see it going up. And it's crazy to see that people would actually believe that. I mean, granted, there might be some shit in the future where celebrities do that, like out of generosity or anything like that. But when it's happened back to back to back to numerous people throughout the whole day of July 15th, it's yeah, I don't get it. But I think Kim Kardashian, Barack Obama, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, like I just said, Bill Gates, um, Kanye West, Floyd Mayweather. These are all people that got their shit hacked, put out that tweet, same IP address to send the Bitcoin to, and boom, fucking hacker walked out. I think the total was around 12 Bitcoins, which kind of equals roughly about a 12. No, I'm lying. I think it was like $110,000 within a day. Wild, wild, wild. And you know what's crazy about Bitcoin is that they can't. I think I forgot to mention this whenever I was talking about Bitcoin. They can't track it. So when whoever made this in 2009 or whenever, I think it was 2009, it was anonymous, and no one knows how it was made. No one knows. It's all anonymous. Like, you don't know. So whoever did it, um, not too sure if they're gonna find out, but it's gonna be very, very hard to find out because, like I said, it's all anonymous. You can never honestly track this Bitcoin stuff, which is um, it's getting very, very hectic now because, like I said, this just happened, and um, also too, they the way these people got um the way these people got the access to the actual account. Supposedly, rumor is that they either um one of two things. They either paid Twitter employees and then got access to all the administrative tools, or they hacked a Twitter employee's account that was responsible for this information that they can use, and then from there it got compromised, and then fucking hit a home run and did what they had to do. But it's like I said, it's wild, man. It really is fucking wild to think about security and what it means to have um, just to have that extra layer whenever you have logins. Like for instance, there's login information for pretty much anything and everything you can think about. Like if you have a social media app, if you have social media app, I said that kind of fast. If you have that, if you have any type of brand account where you buy clothing, if you have any account login, you need to have that shit very very secure because one thing leads to another. Like for instance, for me, I've had where my email address, personal email address, the one I use the most, has been actually used somewhere else. Like it's been logged into, and then I've had to change my passwords, change my pretty much anything that's associated with that email address. It's a lot of work, but that extra step of security, it can be, I know there's two-factor authentication. That's a huge one. Basically, that's a couple ways. I think you can get a text message to your phone. You can, if you're on like a computer desktop, you can get a notification to your mobile app. You can just verify it from there. So those little things, fuck, I keep hitting this mic. Those little things can definitely help out get your shit safe. Get your shit can help out get your shit safe. Whatever. Y'all know what I fucking mean. But but it's even crazier to think some of these people don't do it. Some of these people think, "Oh, it's the internet, like it's never going to happen to me. There's millions of people. Why would it happen to me?" But you got to realize these hackers, they're doing it like a full-time fucking job. That's how they make their money. And I've seen fucking documentaries on Netflix that people actually get credit card numbers off of the dark web, purchase them, and then put them onto real credit cards. Like they basically just have a plastic credit card, blank, no numbers, no nothing. They have a machine, and they basically take that credit card number from the dark web. They have this machine where it basically imprints on that blank plastic credit card, and then from there they just fucking the machine does what it has to do, and then the credit card number's on there, and then all the information is out. They can fucking go to a store, swipe that bitch, and yeah, it's wild. Also, too, like I said, they can put their name on there, but shit like that just amazes me. Like, how can you not? How how is someone not gonna wanna be safe when it comes to their security? Like I said, because that email can lead to notes you have in that, like, for instance, my Google, some of my notes are in there. I have no idea what notes are in there, but there is a section for that. So if I had, like, a credit card number, if I had notes or anything in general that's private, they would be able to see that within the actual, Google account. So shit like that, just keep your shit safe. It never makes sense to not have that extra level of security. I remember I was working at Apple a couple years ago, and we would have people all the time come into the actual store, and from there they would just say, "Hey, I got this email. What do you think about it?" And right off the back, it's either asking for a social security number, it's either asking for a credit card payment. It's asking for a phone number, email address, like something little, but then obviously something big too as well. It just varied, but it happens all the time, and it definitely does. And that's why just have some common sense. Like definitely have some common sense when it comes to this shit. Like when you get those fishy ass emails, or there's those emails that they're asking for any information from you, just do your due diligence. Do I don't even say that right. So you know what I fucking mean. But yeah, just do some fucking research. Go to the top of the fucking email address. Look who's sending that email address. If it doesn't look legit, just delete it. Get, I don't know, change your password, some shit. But keep your shit safe. Let me see if I have anything else on this fucking paper that I wrote. I think that's it. I think that's it. Well, fuck, guys. It's been a while. I'm gonna say that again. It's been a while since I've actually been up on here it took me a while to set up this shit again. Not that I forgot, but um, it feels good to talk again. And I know I'm just rambling on right now, and I know I don't got no topics, but let me sip this water because my fucking shit is parched. It just feels good to be back on the mic. Hopefully, whenever this COVID shit comes, we can have some of my friends come down here and talk a little bit more about stupid shit. Um, so, if you're still watching, if you haven't given this video a like on YouTube, go ahead and like this fucking video. But if you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcast, or Apple Podcast, I appreciate you. And yeah, go if you haven't reviewed, go ahead and review it. Subscribe if you're watching right now. And yeah, guys, hopefully I make another one. Hopefully this is not the end of the fucking series, and I can get back into the lab and start cooking up some videos and some content for y'all. So this is a Gin Podcast, in other news series, episode 6. This is your host G Weezy 11. Until next time.